I've got a holiday coming up, I want to lose fat and I want to tone up. How's best to structure my workouts? Okay, Richard, good question. Now, obviously I don't know how long until your holiday, but let's just say you've got your holiday in 12, 16 weeks. You've got a good amount of time to make a change, but ideally, in hindsight, we would have made that change a long time ago. But let's do the best with the time that we've got. So let's look at, first of all, let's structure your week. So I'd look and first of all think, right, how much time have you actually got available across the week that you could dedicate to your training? If you're someone based on what you've said, I'd assume that you're not doing too much training at the moment, then the best thing to do is just start off simple. I'd recommend like a full body split. If you're only doing 2-3 days a week, that works really well. The goal is what's going to be like the minimum effective dose where we can make sure that we're recovering properly from our training and we're not doing too much too soon, and then eventually just need to pull back on the volume anyway due to injuries or high fatigue. Fatigue management is going to be something that we really need to monitor during this phase, especially if you're feeling really motivated with a holiday and you're wanting to push. The next thing I want you to focus on is progressive overload. So every single week, ideally, you want to be progressing in some way. This might be through a progression through volume, intensity, it might just be an improvement in form maybe on some of the weeks, but over time, I want you to be getting stronger at the movements that you're doing. So if you're doing a bench press and on week 1 you're doing 30 kilo, I want you to be improving that week on week. Maybe you go to 32.5, then you go to 35, 37.5, etc. By week 12, week 16, I want you to be a lot stronger than what you were on week 1. Do that for every movement. If you ever get to a position where you can't progress it, we need to look at, okay, is this happening across the board? In what case you might be highly fatigued, you might need like a deload. Or if it's just a specific movement, maybe you've just plateaued with that exercise, we swap it out for something that targets the same adaptation, and we run through that cycle of progression again. Okay, and the final thing I'd say is, I know this is outside of the training, which is what you've asked, but in order to lose fat and to, like you said, quote unquote, tone up, we've sort of managed that through the training, the toning up phase. But in order to lose the body fat, you're going to have to make sure you get on top of your nutrition as well. So in order to do that, you need to make sure that, first of all, I want you to track your food for a week. See what you're consuming. I want you to use a calculator online to put yourself in a deficit. Try a 500 deficit to start. Start consuming that amount of calories it tells you to consume every day. Do it consistently. Make sure that you're hitting your protein target, which is going to help you with your recovery as well, and the muscle building that you're trying to do on this journey. And also make sure to track your weight daily. Take an average for the week so you know your lowest, your average, and your highest. Then it just gives you more data to make a better decision. I hope you found that helpful. If you have, make sure to follow my account for more content.